a fairy tale for grown-ups. After eating the samosa, it's time to talk about the film. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we are breaking down the Toxic trailer. I know I'm late to it because if you don't know, I was at the trailer launch event in Bangalore and I took few days, to visit someone, and then finally I've come back. So I thought let's do it. I think after Ramayana trailer breakdown, everyone asked for doing, not everyone, but people asked to, let's do Toxic breakdown also when the trailer comes out. So do let me know your thoughts in the chat while we break it down and go frame by frame. Even I have not done it since the reaction which you saw from the theater. If you haven't seen it, it's on the channel. From the theater I recorded that reaction. It's very like dark, some sequence you can see, but hopefully it's fun reaction. Tried my best for it, but yeah, we'll break it down and talk about what I like, what I didn't like, what can be improved, and what's my overall thoughts about the film. Now, if you have questions about the event, you can let me know. I'm thinking of making a separate video talking about everything that happened at the event and how it was. Also, a poll is in the chat asking you guys what do you think of the Toxic trailer. You have to rate it. Let me know what you think. Right now it's winning by a lot of votes. 64% says loved it, 33% says better than the teasers, and 9% says jaldi the late. If you don't know what that means, you need to find out. I'm not gonna tell you. Hello unknown guy, welcome. Wishing bro, let's discuss this movie. Let's go. Rohit is here. Let's do this. And if you enjoy, guys, do hit that like button, hype this video so maybe you can join us in the stream, and also you can leave your thoughts in the comments if you're watching the replay. But yeah, hit that like button, really helps the video. Only one like right now. Can we make it more as the stream goes? That'll be great. But let's go through the trailer. Okay, the first of all, the thumbnail. I think the moment we entered in the theater and we saw that thumbnail with three Yashes, one with a big beard, one with lesser beard, and the last one without beard, which we know is Ticket. We know the longer beard one is Raya, but who's the middle guy? Is it just the younger version of Raya, or is it some other character Yash is playing? Like, why would you put three there? I think there's a triple role. It's not just two, characters, not for father son. I think there's more to it. But let's see. That's just my hunch. That's, it is that. But let's see what happens. But let's just go through it. That day, actually, we watched it 5 times back to back. So that was a different experience. Now okay, first of all, you need to talk about this Lionsgate. I think no one is talking about this, and they also, being at the event, none of them mentioned it. Like at the stage, the producers, Yash, no one mentioned that they are doing it with Lionsgate. They're kind of underplaying it. Not even underplaying, they didn't even mention it. That was really surprising to me, knowing it's a big deal that they got a Lionsgate, association, and they will have a distribution in the West by Lionsgate. Lionsgate is not the biggest company like a Sony, which is Ramayana is doing with, but it's still a good, they can still get 1,000 plus, more screens for them, at least in the US. And 1,000 plus is a great number. I think most Indian films release in 500 screens because of the, Indians living there. But if you want to go cross 1,000, you need someone like Lionsgate or, a bigger studio. So that is good that they are on board. Or maybe just Raya's older look. Yes, but why would you put 3 of them, right? Like, I don't know. It could be. That really much makes more sense, but I feel like it could be 3. If it's 3, I just hope it makes sense. If that's not the case, then of course that's great. But let's move on. I know you cannot hear the audio. That's why I've put up the subtitles. So I love the fact that we start here. This, like, you could start with the introduction scene or a cool intro scene or action moment, or there's so many ways you can use the start the trailer with a bang or something like that. But I love that, it's just like KGF. The KGF movies always start with the mother, the promise, the core, the emotional core of the narrative. And here also, starting with the kid and ending with the kid, I love that whole arc in the trailer which we get. Now the trailer is 4.5 minutes long. I know a lot of people are complaining, but one thing is good, that even after that, it's not very clear Yes, you can predict the story. His father's son, and he did something in the past, and then the kid grew up and he became such a guy, and now he's kind of attacking his father. And basic, maybe you can plot the story, but I think still there's so many details, so many things which are still hidden even after watching the trailer. So that's the fact I absolutely love that they started from this moment. What's your thought on Rukmini Vasanth's character, Melissa? Dude, she looks so pretty even in real life. Oh my god. Wow. But yeah, interesting. I thought she's playing sister or something, but it turns out she's the wife, I guess. But that's interesting. Like, again, they have not given us much for each character. So I have to wait and see, how it plays out. Again, this is very interesting. The kid has done such a good performance. Him just saying this, don't be mad at me. He did something. He has done something or the other. And if you look at it, I think the Joker makeup, which we see later, I don't think it's a blood on his face. It's the Joker makeup. So basically, he did something which has led to why they are here. What's going on? They're at the edge, and here, not Rocky Bhai, Yash or Raya, they're severely injured here. So something went down and it wasn't a great thing, and the kid is to be blamed for it, and he's crying out loud. He's saying, please, please, I'll never do this, don't be mad. And he's saying, don't be mad. He's not saying don't kill me. Or maybe he knows his father, that he's very bad, he'll beat him up or something, or he's scared of him. But he's like, maybe he just doesn't want his father to be mad at him, like that matters to him. He's kind of, he feels that his father, he has to be up in his father's eyes, and it's not happening. So did you go to the trailer launch? Yes, I did. I just hope the action in this movie will not be too massy, hoping for hand-to-hand action. Why is our Indian audience like this? How? I have seen foreigners reacting, praising, enjoying Ramana trailer, only for some of own people getting to their comments saying this isn't good. It's yeah, skip it. You cannot stop, right? See the one thing you have to realize, right? We are a like population of 1.5 billion people. That's 1/7 of the whole population of the country, like the world, right? So we have every seventh person is an Indian, and there in that population, because there's so many, there'll be smart people also. There'll be a lot of not smart people also. There'll be a lot of people loving everything. They'll be hating everything. So the population of every segment, every group will be higher, So if there are a lot of people doing that, there are a lot of people praising it also, So it's okay. It's just some people make too, their voice is too loud. It's honestly embarrassing instead of appreciating our own cinema. Yeah, that has been happening for a long time. I have seen the same thing happening during Bahubali, but then Bahubali came and destroyed everything, and no one, now comes up and says the same thing, right? Or maybe still there are few people who don't enjoy Bahubali, then that's totally fine. That's their taste and their opinion. But the whole attacking negatively, putting it out, people don't do that because they know what Bahubali did. Same thing happened with KGF. Same thing happened with Triple R. Same, like every time this, even Kalki. So many people are comparing Ramayana VFX with Kalki, but same thing happened during Kalki. People are comparing this, Star Wars, calling it a cheap copy. They've copied Hollywood. The same stuff was going on, and now Ramayana is out, so Kalki has become their thing of, oh, Kalki was so good. Look what Ramayana is doing. Same thing happened when next Mahabharat comes. Same thing happened Varanasi. Like that's the same, routine circle that's keep gonna happening. So just avoid. See how Rocky Bhai couldn't avoid, we should avoid. Bro, I think Nadia might have manipulated ticket against his father, as she might have been betrayed by her husband. Husband? I highly doubt. You think toxic can... If you just want to talk about the business aspects of it, there's a lot riding on toxic, and I think it will really depend on the good word of mouth. Trailer for me, I think is very promising. And I think South, definitely the film will have a big opening, but I think it's a word of mouth which can actually pull a movie to 1,000 crores. Other than that, I am more excited and interested in the movie being good than it touching 1,000 crore or not. The problem with Ramayana right now is only marketing, and it truly feels like a blunder. Okay. Okay, back to toxic. So here I think he's just fed up of him, and I don't think he will shoot him. I don't think he just shoots in the air. Or let us see if he actually shoots or not. Okay, now this is again, as I told you guys, after the trailer launch, after putting out that video for you guys, a reaction video, I have not seen the trailer at all. So me also, I'm first time going, frame by frame or checking the visuals out. So this is someone in chains. There's a kid holding some Joker stuff. There are grenades. The pins are out, and it's I think a barrel, petroleum barrel. Huma Qureshi pointing a gun. I think Yash specified that Huma's role is something people would love. So let's see what she does. What do you think about shooting toxic in English language? Do you think you can pull overseas? Let's see, yeah, it's not been done before, so let's see how it turns out. I think a lot of the English dialogues which we hear in the movie are actually the part of the Hindi dialogues of the English version they shot. And I think for India, they'll mix it up. And outside, of course, it will be all in English. It was Nadia who was changed, okay? Interesting. Huma shoots. I love this shot, man. The way what do you call it? Pinwheel or merry-go-round? What do you call it? What's the right term for it? And there's a person standing here. If you look closer, can you see the mouse? Yeah, you can. Here, if you look at it, there's someone standing. And the fire suddenly catches, I love this shot, man. And look at the surrounding, it's like ice. Like it kind of gives you it could be a dream sequence. It doesn't look like a realistic environment that you'll have this. Maybe it's like a dream sequence or something different, something not realistic. Surreal, maybe. Giant wheel. Really, giant wheel? That's what it's called? Come on, that's just adjective. It's a giant wheel. Is it really called giant wheel? There's no term for this. The merry-go-round might be a hallucination. Yes, that's what I feel like. It looks different. Ghost Rider type VFX, good. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you can type it, but I just love this shot. Just the concept of it as well as the execution. This is what I felt watching the trailer throughout, where there were sequences in the trailer. I'm like, I've not seen anything like this, especially in Indian cinema. Maybe there are references of, in Western cinema, or I have not seen them. But for me, this was very unique what I saw on screen. Especially in the theater, it gives you a better effect, But some of the sequence, some of the visuals, some of the, the kinetic energy in a sense in some of the visuals, I was like, wow, I have not seen anything like this. Especially the snow sequences, I'll come to that. Chakra swing. You're coming up with anything now. Do you think there's many sequences in the film which might be overstuffed for audience? Yeah, that is one of my worry. I feel like how much we saw in this plus how much we have seen in the previous ones, teasers and all, I feel like there's a lot of things happening, and I just hope it's not that we don't get time to spend with each character and build up the drama. Instead, we just rushing with montages and action sequence after every action sequence, and it's not breathable. It's not something like Dhurandhar, where remember the Dhurandhar trailer, there was just action, and when you see the movie, action actually is very less. It's a drama building up to action, then action scene, and then the drama builds up again, and then you find out there's a part 2, right? So I'm wondering if that same case gonna happen with this, that they showed us so much, but in the movie we're like, and suddenly at a big movement in the climax, and it cuts to Toxic 2 coming out in whatever how many months. I wonder if that's the case. Otherwise, it'd be a miracle if they're able to pack all of it very well within 3 hours. Bro, your views on Shan Prasha Toxic review? Yeah, I don't like to comment on other people's opinions. Like, that's their opinion, but yeah, I disagree. But it, like, I would just say one thing. A person like him who kind of is very opinionated, and he attacks everything if he doesn't likes it, and he didn't like the trailer and he attacks it, but then also if you see his video, there's also portions where he's praising the trailer. He's saying, okay, some sequences look good, some performances, some visuals. So if even something he hates, he could find, something really good in it, that tells you that the trailer is actually good, and there's actually something to look forward to. It's not just gonna be a horrible film to, from the start. And that, I think, it's a big giveaway. Even after all the criticism, there's still something to praise. So that's a good thing. What's your opinion on ARK, who spread so much negativity about Toxic movie? I think everyone was talking. He posted something about samosa critics and all that. All these people are invited, for the event. I think there were 300-400 people invited from press and content creators everywhere. And I think everyone was talking about this, that he was not invited or something like that. So he's just talking about that. If you do you really take him seriously? Like, that's my biggest question. I'm very surprised that only 4 minutes scenes are cut in the Indian version. Maybe that the censor board is, that thing is there, but that's again one of the most idiotic thing. But whatever. We have talked about that many times before. But yeah, I feel like Tabhai song. There's just so much rolla that happened about it with Kiara, which I love that Yash mentioned about the negativity, everything she faced online, the trolling. I love that he mentioned it, and and I think sometimes you need to address that. What has happened and you are saying it is wrong. That's a statement you have to sometimes make. Sometimes most of the times you should ignore these things, but when it goes to that extent, you need to mention and say it's wrong. For a personality like him, who's a producer, who's an actor, that was really good of him to do that. But yeah, even in Tabai song, there's actually nothing. It's basically what Shah Rukh Khan has been doing for 20 years. The neck sniffing stuff, and it's just romantic moments you create them, which looks very erotic, but it's actually not. So it just visually, like, it looks, it's it's very sensual, but it's actually not very really that how to put it, vulgar or going that far with the visuals, right? It's just the effect they are creating very well. So I don't think there's actually a lot to cut. Maybe some action bits, some blood, something like that. Main problem with Shan is that he has double standard. Again, like, not, I don't really care. Bro, this movie is just justify intimate scenes, hope it doesn't look cringe. There were some moments which I felt were cringe in the teasers, but I didn't find anything cringe in this one, in the whole trailer. I heard that the English trailer of Toxic was shown at launch, but they haven't released it online. No, they didn't show the English trailer. They showed the Kannada one without subtitles, then Hindi, then Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam. So after Kannada, there was a kind of, they stopped for a minute or something, and then they played all for one after the other, and it almost like we all were gonna just die. Because the thing is, it's such a long trailer. The music is so loud in the theater, and there's no time to breathe. And the moment it ends, you want to take a relief and talk about it, and they just play it again. And 4 times I was like, please don't play English one, we'll pass out here. It was too much. But yeah, they didn't play English version there. When you watch Toxic movie teasers, you ever feel Peaky Blinders vibes? Maybe that's kind of a feel they are going for, because they're setting it in Goa, which was under Portuguese rule at that time, right? So maybe that's the influence they are getting it there, right? Did you go to trailer launch? Yes, I did. VFX here in the trailer looks jarring, especially the car scenes. Many people say it will look better. Big screen, same argument being. No, it looked. You could call it VFX. It's CG for the car sequence in the theater also. It's very it's, I think, just the animation of it that's throwing you off. That gives you that, oh, it's not real. It's because the things that are happening, maybe it doesn't happen that in reality, in the physics, it will not take place like that. But they want to make it look cool, right? That's why they're doing it. See, I am not gonna hold this film on the highest standards of visual effects because that's not the primary goal of this narrative. It should not be that jarring that it totally takes you out of the film and like, what nonsense. But it should just flow in the aesthetic of the film, which I think whatever I've seen, it does. The dialogues are very cringe. The Hindi dub is not good. That's one of my criticism. The Hindi dub is not that great. Uh, Again, I think this is after this we come to the scene where he cries. So he did something. I think he blew up the circus. He did something like he's smiling and he has done something which leads to whatever happened after this. Absolutely love this shot of Kiara Advani. The way she's lit with the blue light, the colors behind it. Like you can tell in the colorful world, with all these emotions you can feel and everything, and she's in the sadness. Like absolutely amazing visual here. How's your speech experience? Good, really good. I think he first 2-3 minutes he talked in Kannada and then he switched to English. When is someone is hell-bent on nitpicking, your biggest effort will be ignored and your smallest mistake will be amplified in the show and Collider interviews. I've heard that they have talked about the criticism for the film, so I'll definitely want to look at it. Reaction coming soon. Toxic music album launched tomorrow in Mumbai. Oh, nice. I think toxic movie stories revolved around emotions, smuggling, racketing, gambling, circus, etc. Okay, let's see. I think even there, a lot of people said that Kiara Advani has given a career-best performance. So look, that makes me excited, and that there are hints of that in the trailer also. I think that like there'll be a whole sequence, like a circus sequence she'll do, which will be just in this emotion where she's inside, she's broken, she's crying, but outside she has to perform this sequence. I think that will be a great moment in the story. It's like maybe just to make her happy, the kid does something and just backfires, something like that. I wonder. Now I know a lot of people are making fun of her, and he's making faces. Come on, guys! Like that's acting, right? You are so much into the movement. You're so much into like delivering this. You're not thinking about how it looks. Am I looking right or not? That's not a like if a real person is going through this emotion and just shouting, they're not wondering how they're looking and how they are coming out and if they're looking very beautiful or not doing it. So I think that tells you that they are putting an effort to perform the best for the character and not just look aesthetically for the camera. How did Ronak join you for the trailer event? It was a surprise for me. How did? Arey, he's also creator. Yeah, he was also invited. On the surface level, Kiara's character is looking the most innocent but according to me, her character is layered too. Let's see. Some people are innocent, and then something happens and that turns them off, right? Do you think the movie will make... I talked about this before. You can go back in the stream. 1,000 crore. Okay, this I wanted to see actually from the launch date itself. I thought someone killed the baby. But no, that I'm sure that. So the bangles, someone has killed the woman holding the baby. And I think okay, the bangles are not clear. She was a big surprise. Sanjita Sheikh, I think her name is, if I'm not wrong. She's a really good actress and very excited to, like I was very surprised. Oh, wow. Like there are more people in the film that we didn't know about. I thought we knew every cast member already. But I think she's kind of works at a brothel or something. And the next scene is of she looking at what? Okay. She's looking at the kids, right? And I'm wondering that's Raya and there's Nayanthara's character. Like child trafficking or something like that's going on. Nona, why will you watch the movie in English as well? Just curious. Yeah, if they release the English version in Goa, I'll check it out. Would love if each character has their own storyline. Hello, am I back? Am I back? Something happened with my software. I was reading the Ashutosh's comment about it being like Dhurandhar and every character plays a crucial role. I hope that's the case, and the trailer promises that. Kiara is actually been underutilized as an actor recently. What do you think? Yes, I believe that. She had a movie on Netflix, she did, and she played a very different character. I really liked her performance in that. I don't remember the name. Like, she's playing this college girl, and there's a murder that happens, something like that. I don't remember the name. I agree, every actor gave their best, and making fun of them even before watching the movie is such a shame. I agree. Nona bhai, will you watch the movie? Okay, I talked about that. Bro, what's your thank you everyone. Sanjay, Smiti, Ashi, Krishna, S. Bharat, thank you. Bro, what's your thought on Akshay Oberoi's character Tony and a character called Bhira, which played by a Kannada actor? I have no idea, man. I don't know what to say. Are Avish, you're great. Let's watch the movie together. 70% says they love the trailer, by the way. Guilty, yes. Thank you, Smith. Guilty. That's the movie I'm talking about. 49 people watching, 19 likes, guys. Come on. Can we increase that? Thank you so much. Can we do something about that? What are your thoughts about the action sequence with whatever we saw in the trailer? We'll come to that. We'll come to the actions bits. So that's clearly, right from the trailer edit, that's the way of connecting, right? You've cut the younger version directly to the older version, and then you can connect the dots that they are the same people. I wonder they gave her a what do you call these? Till on above her lips, just like Nayanthara has. So that also makes sense. And here is like, she wants to take over the whole city, the entire city. Something like, what, I wonder which part of Goa they are standing and which part of Goa they are showing, or it's just totally gonna be in CG. They have done it and it has no resemblance to the actual geography. That'll be interesting for me to note. Because it's already set in very like 60s, 50s, so it's very different now. So it'll be interesting about what they have done behind the scenes. I hope people watch the movie with a neutral opinion and not completely consider it a commercial movie. Yeah, I think just every film should be watched, with a clear mind. What are your thoughts about the action sequence? Okay, we'll come to that. Have you met the cast? No, yeah. Like, I think after the event, just a lot of people just rushed towards them. It was just crowded, and the security was pushing people back, and everything was going on. So yeah, I don't do those things. I was very, very far away. I took a selfie. I'll share it on social media, and I'll make a video about the event. So I'll share some visuals there. So this is definitely, the younger version of, with less hair. So this is Raya. We are assuming the younger version on the poster also. And then we see Raya going with his Tommy gun, and this is the first teaser we got for introducing Raya's character. It's the same, I think, Tommy gun he's using to kill all the enemies, taking. And this is kind of a Godfather sequence, of, taking care of all the taking care of all the other gangs and taking control of the city, kind of. So they're going after all of them. This shot looks so good, man. The night shot. Wow. I'm sure there's VFX here, but again, night you can hide so many things, and it just looks. I'm actually traveled back in time. I think this is the shot we saw in the first look. Happy birthday, Yash look, where he comes out and walks inside, and but that one shot where action sequence circles gives John Wick vibes, the way Yash holds pistol in hand. We'll come to that moment. People saying Yash is too big physically. In reality, it is true. No, but I was too far, so it's hard to call. And I'm actually very tall. I'm a giant, so everyone in front of me is that like that. On 15th August, Yash is giving interview in AP. Ki Adalat, excited for that, okay? Lot of people didn't recognize Yash without beard, which is quite funny. That is great. That's the biggest compliment, actually. That he's not just with his look, his performance is so drastic in that. Yash have 3 roles in the movie. Are you asking or you telling? I'm not sure. That is my prediction, but I think I'll be wrong. Why unwanted hate for this movie Toxic outside? There's hate for everything online. You say, okay, you just go on the internet say, I hope everyone has a good day. Even before under that, people will come and spread say, how could you say that? Or you get lost. Who are you to say that? Everyone's going with it. Like even with that, someone will come after you. Toxic and Ramayana turning out to be worse VFX man for D-Neg. Disagree. The cinematography of many shots looks amazing. I think it will be have a lot of inspiration from Godfather. Some of the cast told about Godfather. I was at the trailer launch, so don't. If you say this, I know I can fact check it. I don't think that the term was even used by anyone. Okay. So this is guy. I think he's the head right now, and then. So I love the fact. Again, we'll come to that. So I think he's the crew of Raya. Again, there are scenes of taking down the enemy, and Huma Qureshi is part of the rival gang. He's also, I guess, is part of that. And very interesting, everyone's wearing very dark shade colors, but he's wearing quite bright blue. And he was also present at the event. He talked about he's from, I think, he's been to America and he came back. Like the director wanted someone with, a very English accent, an Indian with an English accent, and that's why they got him. This shot looks really cool. So this is something I was not expecting at all. So this is the sequence, I think, after the first Raya introduction scene. I think he comes there, he attacks everyone, and then later she comes on the bike, which we saw in the ladies versus ladies teaser. And then she falls down, and I think Yash is also beaten down. So we'll see the scene next. Salvador, okay. Salvador is Huma's father. Okay, interesting. How do you guys know all this? What's your... So this is interesting, like the first, not the first look. Usually you build up the hero, right, to give him the big massive movement. And if you look at the trailer first, we have the first shot of him is Yash is, he's trying to shoot at a kid. That's not a great heroic moment, at all. Then we see, Nayanthara telling him that you have to take the city. And then we just see him shots from the behind. That's it. Nothing like from different action sequences. And then the first full look we get of him is he's down. He's, has blood on his face. Like he's beaten down in a sense. He's taken down, and there's a gun at him and, still delivering a big massy dialogue. But I like that, we are going to see him injured. I don't remember we saw Rocky by injured. Like even the first movie, KGF, like he's all in blood and all, but it's his plan. He wanted to get all of them together. It's still Rocky by just getting beaten up for the sake of it, just to prove, get all of them here and to beat the crap out of them. So it's not that injury, but here and later on in the movie also, you see the hero is beaten down, he is injured. It's not gonna be full on just him standing and people flying off, so that tells you it's not gonna be a KGF. They should have kept the younger version of Yash a surprise. Interesting. I wonder if there's more surprises. So that means they need to show that. But I think if the core is father-son thing, so if they have to build that up in the trailer to show you that, to get you ready for that. I think if it comes out of surprise, again, what if people think it's not Yash, it's someone else, and they're like, what is this guy acting like? So what do you think they still hide a lot of about giving? Do you think they're still hiding? Yes, I agree. Yes, I think they're still hiding a lot of things. Yes, it was used by Akshay Oberoi. He said that his audition for Toxic was a scene for Godfather. Okay. I don't remember saying that. Okay. They won 300 crore pakka worldwide. It's okay. I'm from Nepal. Okay. Ramayana special games will be showcased at the big Cine Expo in Chennai between 12, 15 and 3 as part of secure distributor across South Indian markets. Interesting. What are your thoughts on the English release? There is no promotional activity, only a few days later for release. Let's see. Maybe with Lionsgate, they are trying to plan a different cut for the trailer for the English version. Toxic budget is between 500 and 1000 crore. Maybe Toxic releases late in America. That could be also possible. Toxic budget is between 500 to 1000 crore. Collection will be for sure for me. Okay. I honestly don't really care about box office. I want a great film. It lost the hype after the trailer. Really? That's been totally opposite for most people. People are already comparing this father-son relationship with movies like Goat and Animal. Like you can have countless movies named for that. Father-son movies. Love from Bangalore. Thank you. With this movie, the hyper-violent eccentric character trend must stop for some time being, but I fear it will continue with King or Spirit. Let's see. See, I think it's the same with people who say that there's a superhero fatigue. It's not a fatigue of a genre or something. It's a fatigue of bad films. Something has worked. A eccentric action film has worked, and everyone just has been trying to replicate it. That will not work. A movie which uses it really well, right? The core of it, like for me, when I think about Animal, the first thing doesn't come, the violence and all doesn't come in my mind. It's the core emotion. It's the performance of Ranveer, how crazy he is for like his father, like all those moments come in my head first. So that's why it did it well. When you don't do it well, only the action happening, then you feel like tired and you're like, I don't want to watch more movies like this. It has to be story focused. If the story demands it, you do it. If you're just doing it for the sake of it because it's a trend now, then it will not work. This movie will describe child trafficking issues, especially female child. Okay. People criticizing Ravi Basur for bad BGM need to understand the real BGM is still not shown. Okay. That is like we don't know. The trailer में money shot की कमी लगी. अरे भाई, what are you talking, Rohit? There's money shot after money shot after money shot. There are multiple money shots. Which in a way you can say usually you should only have one or two. Which VFX company made it? I think DNAG has worked on it. I wonder if it was like a Yash produces Ramayana and acts in it, and DNAG in turn does the VFX for Toxic, and it's like a mutual understanding. I wonder if that's the case. Why did the build perception from the first content of the film that it will contain sexual elements, even having such action scenes? We'll only find out after the film comes out, or if the marketing team comes out and gives an interview. Any thought on Geetu ma'am's director? Really liked her speech. A lot of people were saying the movie was directed by someone like Yash and this and that, a lot of rumors. But the final product looks great. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but the final product looks great, and if she did it, amazing. Do you think you should start a subscriber only podcast like Thalabadi? Oh, does he? I don't know, yaar. Subscriber only podcast. I didn't understand. Wait. This is a subscriber only chat, if I'm not wrong. But he does that thing, right? As the subscribers come on stream and talk, that's what you're talking about. Let me know. I'm thinking, how will they cover so much in one movie? That's my issue also. I'm very worried about that only. From childhood's Raya's childhood to rise to power, relationship with all women, Nadia relationship leading to ticket so much. Yep. Why they have so much obsession with loud BGM? The dialogues were hardly understandable. How was your experience during launch? Yeah, same. Hindi dubbing, because there were no subtitles. Kannada, of course, you don't understand anything. But Hindi dubbing was a little off at moments. I don't think there's a lot of dialogues also. There's few in English, so they work. But yeah, I hope they take that feedback. Like some of the Hindi dubbing, especially, I didn't enjoy. Collab with cinema, definitely. I've done it before. We'll do it again if you want. Tomorrow they are releasing music album. Nice. Sir, why Shan being criticized unnecessarily? The trailer was so good, and yeah, ye to he only can answer. Now, how can I answer that? I like the trailer. To be honest, हर मूवी का एक स्टाइल स्टैंडर्ड होता है. यू हैव टू मैनेज एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑर्डरली. अब ये टॉक्सिक का गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर से भी कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. ओके, आई एग्री. सर, दे आर रिलीजिंग म्यूजिक. ओके, ग्रेट. I look forward to it. I usually don't listen. I'm not a music guy. like music finds me. I don't find music. Some great music piece I hear and like, oh, that's nice. I'll listen to it. Do another roundtable of his Surah Sinwan. Sure, we'll try. Uh, I think in Bangalore, it was such a short trip, right? Like for most of us, and it was such a last moment thing that we couldn't plan anything, and it was such a tiring day. Like on 8th, we landed. Directly went to the event, stayed there. Like there's a whole story I'll share in the other video where we talk about the event. I think the movie will see different characters, traits of Raya from his birth to young age, middle age, and then old age, and it will go from rise to downfall of a character. That's the downfall of the character is what I'm looking forward to. Play the trailer, okay. I think this seem like some people say, what is this line? But I think he didn't say him, he said his brother. So who's his brother? What has he done that Raya hates him so much that he wants to burn and do this thing with him? I wonder, so this would make more sense in that context than just him delivering this line. Rocking star Yash. So now he's just the body, just the look, he feels so different here. I don't know if it's Raya or not. Like, I wonder. Okay, this moment, I really like that they gave a badass moment to. Oh, that's Nadia. And she's tied down. She's in chains. Oh, it's him. I just noticed him, like, putting his cigarette on. And he's starting to grow his hair here, so now the hair is growing. And this is, I think, Nayanthara's character. This is Tara Sutaria. She's got down. This is like a very, very desaturated circus. So something has happened here. Someone is put on fire here. Interesting. Didn't look at this scene before. I personally think the film might create waves like Triple I in Western country. Let's see. So can toxic movies beat KGF 2 collection? Who cares, yaar? I don't care right now. 67 live watching. 67. Can you make it 69? It will be very on point with the theme of this film and its marketing. 36 like. Can we increase that also? That'll be great. But yeah, interesting scene. I didn't notice all of this. That makes my mind. Okay, now I know I'm not thinking too much about the plot right now at all because it's very soon. And I don't want to, make up stuff and then, feel disappointed it didn't happen like that. So I'm not thinking too much about the plot right now. Yes, Share looks great. Yes. Sanjay, you got me, bro. Your thought on people saying yes still on his Rocky by zone. I think exactly he proves that wrong in this one. We'll come to that. Let's talk about it. So this is him throwing off the lighter, and then a lot of people said that he makes Tara Sutaria lit it, like he's litting her cigarette with his cigarette, but that's not the case. I think it's her badass moment that she, like, he kind of throws it out and like kind of flirting with her, and she's one step ahead of him. I love that fact. Like, someone is ahead of him. It's not just Raya's gonna be ahead of everyone. And then they get to some lovey stuff. Bro, what are you expecting from the film? I want some good emotions. I want some good characters. I want some really never seen before stuff. I want it to be really a fairy tale for grown-ups. Like, I want it to be what they are actually selling. I just hope they don't take any shortcuts. They don't take any someone was saying how there have been multiple tries to do something different with big films, and they all ended up failing because at the end they just went on, they set up this big thing, different thing, and then they do the same thing which you have seen multiple times. I just hope they stand their bold ground and take a stand and do something different. If works or doesn't work, that's for the later, that's for us to determine. But I just hope they don't take shortcuts or easy ways to tell the story. Do you think Raya use condom? Okay. I hope. I wonder if they were condoms back in 50s, 60s. Uh, is this the first Indian movie where influencers were invited to trailer launch? Hope this is just a beginning for influencers like you. Oh, thank you so much. First, I've been to Thug Life last year, but it was not a trailer launch. It was just a media event. So yeah, it wasn't a trailer launch. I think for Ramayan, it was like a big thing that happened with a lot of influencers were invited. That was the biggest that has happened. And I think then Toxic followed with it. But before that, like I think maybe few, for an interview or for a session or just a small thing for a movie launch, they invite sometimes based on that. But this one was different because, actually a lot of content creators, it was not about the views or about the subscribers, like million subscriber people were invited only. That was not the case at all. A lot of content creators were had smaller channels. Still they were invited because that's what we were told. We were going to send a mail that we really like your content, we enjoy the way you talk about films, that's why we're inviting you. That was said to us. And even when we met few people there who organized the event, even they told us like, we watch all your videos, we enjoy watching your videos because you're honest about it, and that's why we wanted you to be here and experience the event. So that's what we were told. Now you can take that with a grain of salt. I wonder, but yeah, it was different, and I hope, like, it was nice to see, and all of us, right, we were just happy to be there. It was not like, oh, we are in 5-star hotel and do this and we want food, and we were not just kind of taking advantage of this. We were just so happy to be there, and just having fun and talking to each other about movies, about cinema, about the event. And all of us just started making videos sitting in our houses. We were not making videos because someday we'll be invited for these events. That is no one's goal ever. Because that never existed, right? We all made it because we love movies, we want to make talk about it, we want to make videos about it, we geek about it and share it with you guys. That's why we do it, not because of these other things. These things just happened as a byproduct. And if this happens more, that will be great, but it will hopefully not change all of our opinions about things. Like, if this I was at home and saw this trailer, I would feel the same as I felt watching it in the theater with the cast and crew. Have you seen Geetu Mohandas Muthun? Yes, I have seen it. My reviews on the main channel. Will you ever direct a movie? Hopefully, yeah, one day. Same concept of quality film made, which according to you is the best one till now in India, and position of Toxic, I mean quality in frames. Yeah, it's very hard right now to think about it. Quality in concept, if you look at it, Bahubali is also that, right? It's a very unique concept for when it came out, like, to spend your money and effort building these big sets, creating a fictional world, getting a whole world building around it, getting so many characters and history of this world and everything. So they did something which was like, if you look at the behind the scenes docu-series that was released on Netflix, you will realize that they were doing things which no one would do. Like, why would you do all this stuff? It's not needed to make a movie. So that's the thing. Right now, I cannot come up with thing. I have to go through a list. Or maybe you give me some examples. I can use that. Kalki is the concept film which worked really well. That reminded me of Ranga and Bibi moment in the loo. What reminded me of that? Oh, the cigarette moment. Okay. I mean, he makes a community post inviting subscribers. Oh, okay. Thalabadi to participate in a subscriber only podcast. On the entries, he selects 3 subscribers as a podcast with them once a month. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't want to copy it from him. Not that he would mind, but the thing is, I know it's a lot of work, just to, and this year has been a bit personally, like, a lot of things are happening, so just to get time to make videos and do these live streams only, it's very hard. So to do all these things will take a lot of time and effort, which I cannot give right now. uh why is it happening? How do you think how do you think about generalizing everyone who likes mass movies as chapari? I don't like Pushpa 2 toxic movie type movies much either, but if people enjoy movies, what's their fault? I disagree. Like I agree to what you are saying. I disagree to call them chapri. I think we talked about this, with the group while we were there. That this I hate the word chapri first of all, to kind of group certain people because the way they look and the the things they like and all of that, to demean them. I love Pushpa. You can call me chapri, I'll not mind. I don't care. That's the wrong thing to even put out there. Like, I know somewhere or the other there is a classism in this also, because what Pushpa is, where he comes from as a character, his caste, the way he looks, the way he's dressed, it tells you something about where he comes from, what his class is. And when I hear these things, right, Are Chapari, what hero is he? So that means you're saying certain people who come from that area, from that background, they cannot be heroes. People who dye their hair like that, wear, these angootis and dress up like that, they cannot be heroes. That's what you're trying to say. That only heroes are who are in a suit, who look certain way, who are from this class, who walk, talk certain way. Like if Rocky Bai talks in broken English, that's so chapri, that's so cringe. But someone, from Oxford University has come and, full on suit wood and for white skinned, very well spoken, he can be a hero. So, these are the, things that unknowingly come into our, pop culture or discourse and all. I think these things need to be called out. Trailer gets my interest, but let's see what will happen. I just feel they are trying to put a very long story in one movie and they'll be very big task. ये ना हो कि मूवी इतनी फास्ट हो समझ. Same यार, exactly. Ankit, exactly. That's my thoughts about the movie. But she is, Pew says, but she is in the scene, literally asks for get a light. But I do get your point. I would also like to have good written female characters who have other things to do in the story, the hero's sides. So at that moment, it's like him doing that. You expect it to be like, oh, him being really cool and trying to, flirt with her and trying to be the badass here. And her, she didn't get the light. And she's like using her brain, like, okay, you want to do this? Let me do this. And she kind of, plays the upper hand over him. You don't get to see that. That's rarity in this genre or this type of films. But do you think Toxic is having more hype than to D2 now? See, D2's, you cannot compare. D2 was a sequel to a film, with part one, like part two of a film. Part one was highly anticipated and it was like, it broke everything. It broke every record. A part two of that film will definitely have some other level of insane hype. You cannot compare any movie with that. Those who are saying that the movie is ghost directed by Yash are totally wrong. And after watching the trailer event, that how all female characters praising the craft of Geetu Mohandas excites me. Actually, we were actually looking forward to what she will say and how, because we also heard these rumors, so we wanted to see how it all, turns out while the event happens. Etha movie postponed. Yeah, I saw that. English actors are so bad at acting. Let's see. Let's wait for the movie. One side they ask and invite for honest opinions, and on the other side they send legal notices for expressing the same. We wanted to talk about that, but again we didn't get time. But I hope that doesn't happen with this film, because Yash is also associated with it. I don't think he will do that. Go after people. But let's see. Like, people they have sent notices to were invited. So, I don't know what Etha doing, avoiding clash with Toxic to do clash with Fauzi. Maybe because Fauzi, nothing is out yet, and still you are not. Of course, it's Prabhas movie, but recently with all the films that has come, Prabhas Pan India hasn't done that well. Raja Sai was a big disappointment, so there have been multiple disappointments from his side. And I think Etha, which is gonna be more Maharashtra focused, I think most of the money it will make will be in Maharashtra. So I don't think that clash should really affect much. But Yash, I think Yash has become a national star, right? If a Yash movie is coming after so long, after KGF, it's gonna be and I think if they're taking such a long kind of, I think from August they are going to directly December. That means they want more time to complete the film. Yash is in of the very few stars who don't care about the reputation and did what they want to. That's good. Yash can deliver this after KJ franchise, or it will be a regular Pan India movie. I hope it's not a regular Pan India movie. That's my hope. We only see Raya character older version, but not the other characters. Okay. Let's see. That's an interesting point. Some comments are retracted, but I can see them. That's interesting. We all like Pushpa about seeing that film. We got to know there are some moments where they are overshow hero in films like Beating Everyone Flying Mode and like that. All in Yash case they criticize. Okay. That's every time. Kalki's concept was so nice. I hope after part 1 success, Nagashin pivots from commercial elements of part 1 and delve deep into lore and world building. We need a sci-fi epic. Yes. I think the biggest issue with the film was only that they were trying to service Prabhas's fans, and they were they wrote movements for him in the first half which just were not working for the film. But other than that, the film was spectacular. The last 45 minutes are insane. I feel like this is a real deep and dark story, even though the trailer makes it look like they fight between a father and a son. I agree. Compare D2 with KGF 3. Yeah, KGF 3, it's still a dream. So I'm not sure. KGF 2 had a great hype, even after pandemic coming out, and the hype was insane. So you can say D2 and KGF hype comparison, but just that Dhurandhar only did much better business, and how closely they came, I think it had a better hype, bigger hype. Your opinion about Mirzapur? Reaction coming. Please continue. Sorry. Last 4 comments. डे बाय डे मेरी रामायण के लिए एक्साइटमेंट और होप कम होती जा रही है, क्योंकि लाइटिंग चेंज नहीं हो सकती. पता नहीं क्या गड़बड़ कर दे इन्होंने. लाइटिंग चेंज हो सकती है भाई. दैट्स द होल पॉइंट ऑफ शूटिंग इन अ स्टूडियो. बट मेरा उल्टा है यार हिमांशु. आई एम वेरी गेटिंग मोर एक्साइटेड डे बाय डे. Like you see first glimpse, there is jungle scenes and it looks very better than trailer ones. Okay. Too much online content nowadays, but mind gets confusing and unknowingly makes criticism for movies. People forget how to enjoy movies without judging. That's true. If this is a Peaky Blind type style movie, I feel like vulgar scenes are absolutely necessary. Love from Sri Lanka. Okay. Would you prefer Toxic or Ramayana for Yash comeback after 4 years? Yeah, who cares what I do? I want. It's clear Toxic is coming before, Ramayana. Would you write or direct? Interesting. I've never thought about. Maybe both. Bro, CBFC ने कितने मिनट्स का कट मारा है टॉक्सिक मूवी में? अभी किसने कमेंट किया था कि 4 मिनट का मारा है, तो आई एम not sure. I don't know much about Yash, but after listening to his interviews, I feel like he's very smart and want to do or not to do. He's very clear. Yes, I agree. I trust him. I think even if the trailer was not that great, I still would have faith in him. I don't know. Whenever I put up on the trailer and director side by side, I have got feeling this movie will be entirely different. Yes, that is that. I think the first time it was announced that she's coming and directing Yash for his next movie, I was like, how does that make sense? I Am Gay movie postponed. Yes, I saw. First shot of Raya and Ticket in the trailer reminds me of Arcane's V and Power scene. I've seen season 1. So if I'm talking about that scene, which I think you're talking about, yeah, it was a crazy scene. But back to the trailer. So this looks, again, shot looks so cool. So here he is in blood. So something, a full-on action sequence unfolded here. I wonder if the same one which we see later is part of it. Here. Is he wearing... Maybe after this scene, in the night scene, we go to the morning scene where Nadia is captured and the other group has come to attack. Yeah, this action movement, like someone was talking about, right? The hand to hand. It's not like him, kicking people out and flying and all of that thing is not happening here. It's quite a very, gung fu kind of action done here. She looks, amazing. And he's definitely looking at her the same way we are looking at her. It still baffles me that they didn't use the announcement VGM. It was so good. Okay. So what's your price kind of tells you. It feels in slow mo, like in frame by frame, feels like she already had something in her mouth ready to be spit. But again, just not pointing out issue. I'm just saying like this, it feels like that. But yeah, this kind of tells you the kind of character he is. And I wonder, like, his feel and look here feels different than Raya in a way. But again, I'm trying to hold on to my theory that there's a triple role. And here it feels like because she did that, he destroyed the circus. And then we cut to a grenade opening and then blast that's happening. I think this is... He's wearing the red color coat, right? The same coat he was wearing before. So I think the part of the same thing that's going on. And he has no blood. So this is before the action happened. So here is interesting detail you have to notice. Rukmani's character. Here, look at his hair. He's longer. His time has passed. Look at the hair. The same costume. So I think she comes late. Maybe I'm guessing she comes late in the second half. I think she's married to him, or I don't know what's the scene here. This is gonna be... Look at her, man. Just the way she's delivering the light in her eyes. And I wonder who she's... Someone wearing white clothes. Could it be Yash? Could it be someone else? Okay, this scene, if people are saying it's totally weird. Okay, this is again a scene. And this was interesting, Yash said that they had actually a smaller role written for Sutaria's character. But because of her performance, they increased, scenes for her in the movie. So that is very interesting. You don't hear that often. Was the Jubin Nautiyal with Rukmini? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I had John Wick's fight choreographer worked in this toxic. Yes, I also heard that. Sir, I don't know whether you understand Kannada speech of Yash. She actually answered criticism by saying, "Don't worry, Kannada, I will make you proud and you can proudly up your call in front of all." Oh, nice. That's good to hear. So I wonder what happened with her character. What did he do? Did he cheat on her? Like, I think cheating would be a very typical thing of him doing. Is a gangster kind of a thing, and who, like, these girls will be stupid to kind of think that he will not do such things. I think there's more to what's going on. I think there's a bigger betrayal he has done with his girls than just cheating or something else kind of thing. She looks stunning in this costume, but all these people hung. They are the henchmen of Raya's. So this is the scene, I think, where he's in the bathtub and he comes out and he turns in anger and someone has attacked his house. Maybe not house. This the Chinese place they showed in one of the teasers. Maybe that's where he is and he's attacked by people. So this is some other location itself. This is somewhere else itself. And this is not Yash, or is it Ticket maybe? And here, this is again the circus fight, you can say. Now, this is. Uh, I was hoping when they showed ladies versus ladies, I just hope they chop this sequence to make it very less and don't show some of the sequence which felt very cringy, at least in the ladies versus ladies teaser. The movie is going to many mixed signals. Some things look like they are going to be full dark psychological drama, and some are like mass masala. They're kind of mixing and matching it. I think these people behind Nayanthara are beaten by Ticket. Okay. Hey Nona, you read and understood about the fantasy revenge genre of I am game? No. Sorry. So it's the first Indian film to get wireless release in US more than 2000 plus screen. That's great if it does that. So after killing everyone with the gun pointing, not a great location, but so this scene I heard was being criticized that he's shooting here, how is he dying? But what if the gun is going like this and in the middle they cut the shot? So that's why, maybe trying to find faults and trying to find, understanding the scene, it's two separate things. All right. So again, this white costume we didn't see. Oh, this is the scene, huh? This is the scene. I think this is the scene where he kills off the other team, other rival gang, and I think he's wearing white, right? This is where I think Huma Qureshi says, "Just shut up," because he's wearing white hair. I think he kills off the whole kind of gang there. This is the blast in front of the bar, I think, where he goes. Okay. More action sequences. Again, same movements which we have seen before. Okay, this is the movement, right? Like it looks VFX because it is VFX. And I think the dynamicity of the visual they wanted, maybe it was not possible to do in real. Because I think the lighting you want, right, in night. Again, I'm not sure. Maybe they could have. I don't know. I understand that much. Maybe it took too much time, but they did by VFX. It depends. Like some people are comparing it with Leo sequence, the CG sequence they did in the climb, like a chase sequence. That totally felt awkward because it was totally, not visually similar to the whole movie. And it was, it was very bare minimum visual effects. And the night time they kind of try to hide a lot, but it just doesn't, click that well. But I think it still works in the motion. Like you just follow what's going on. It's fun to watch. And here I think in the movie when this scene happen, aesthetic wise it still looks from the same film. It's just that it's a CG car that's turning around. But still, the lighting they got, I think it's more of the physics and animation that's making it awk. See, the one thing is, the way the camera is moving, that's what makes it unnatural. Because we know in our mind, cameras cannot move like that. And that's throwing you off, that's generally the case. It's not actually just the animation and all. It's just the way the camera is never so close to if it was just kept far and, the accident happened the same way, you would say it's CG. But just because the camera is so close, camera cannot be so close of a car being destroyed like that. I think just because they want that motion, want that kinetic energy in the visual, that's why they use CG for that. And I think in the movie, if it clicks, right? That's the thing. It's officially print media, okay. Your favorite Malayalam movie? So many, yeah. When Muthan related to homosexuality issues, it was part of the narrative, but not related to an issue like that. And in UK distribution company, they have put Mammoth release, okay. You are not reading the plot, it's okay. Okay, you're talking about Iron Game. It's delayed, so we have time. We'll figure it out. Sir, I can understand why they won't support YouTubers like you who talks and speaks sensible. What a shame to us, I guess. I can understand why they won't. They won't? Who won't? Who are you talking about? I didn't understand. Bro, suggest some rom-com movies. Yeah, very bad with this. I was just showing Chinna Chinna Asai to my father just now, the Hindi version, and they've actually done a very interesting thing in it there, because there's a language thing going on in the movie, right? So in the dubbing, they have not done it, like they have not translated everything in Hindi. So whatever is in Malayalam is being said in Hindi, but the Tamil is being Tamil. She speaks her original, the voice of the Tamil version is being used, and then when she speaks in Malayalam, that is turned into Hindi. And then the film, mostly is Hindi, but there are a lot of Tamil and Telugu and all the other languages are there in the original version. So that was very interesting for them to do that. It's not just blatantly just make everything Hindi. Yeah, rom-com. Yeah, I'm bad with these things. Yeah, suddenly my brain is blank. By the way, today I was catching up on House of Dragon. I didn't want to catch weekly. I thought I'll just, once it's over, I'll catch one by one. So I watched 2 episodes, really good. Reacher, I saw 1 episode. I'm very excited. I love the show. 1 episode, awesome start to season 4. Did you check the Heaven teaser dropped? I just checked. There was nothing in the teaser, man. Honestly. I know it's a Malayalam remake. The foreign girls versus the Yash is lame and cringe. Yes, I agree. Compared to other better looking. Yeah, that just doesn't look good. That whole sequence doesn't look good. Visually, the way it's done. Khalifa countdown posters are on. I better another encashment hyping Mohanlal. Okay, please continue. Okay, stopped at the very talked about scene. Again, the way they talk in English, I think this is the English dialogue, but in the original version also they'll have this dialogue only in English. Again, he's. So what this scene shows me, right? Civilized conversation, and it just shows that he's breaking down. He's losing his senses, or you can say his downfall is starting. That's what this scene represents to me. That he's saying, I'm not civilized at all. Do I look civilized to you? Then there's a whole, this again, wire work and the lighting. It's something, feels off here. Like a blast happened and like this car didn't even move or fall down, or, like the impact is missing. It feels like later in the post they have put these props. Or the blast or the compositing is, this is done separately and they just put it in this shot. Like the wind should blow up with this blast, right? There'll be more smoke and, breeze or something like that. A dhool mitti kind of a thing, basically. Dust should be all around. So can you please check new video provided by KN Production, Toxic Production? Metro actually is done by fans. Okay. What's your opinion on Onam Clash? It's not happening anymore. I think the car scene looks very cinematic and doesn't in realism. I don't know. People are reacting weird if it's like palette perfectly. It fits the palette. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The palette. Yash holds a crazy record of fans making him most heaviest cake in the world. Wow, 5,000 kg. Crazy. Again, this scene, like he's losing it. I love that. We're getting to see a hero who's hyped up like a Rocky Bhai, and then he's losing it. That's what we didn't get in KGF in a sense, like there's one where Sanjay Dutt's character kind of takes him down and then he has to come back. But again, it's just one night of him screaming, and then again, the mother vision comes and then he's back to on his mission. This is again a whole sequence. This whole sequence is very interesting. Kiara is losing it. You can see the sun here in the broken mirror. She's pressing something. Look at this. One of my favorite shots of the trailer. Look at this. He's just licking alcohol off the ground or floor. This is the picture of a man losing it. And Yash is giving it everything. Like, look at him, man. The arc will be crazy. The downfall, it's so much fun to see characters go through. Not fun, but it's entertaining. It's interesting to see that fall also. It's not just hero is the best, he's the best. This is what makes me root for the film and be excited. These are the moments in the trailer which kind of gives you that. Won't be surprised if there is a sequel bait at the end. Yeah, I'm also thinking that film is gonna be crazy. The peak start. Do you feel Ticket will kill Raya at the end, or will it be no happy ending, man? I just hope there is no happy ending. So here you see the maniacal laugh of Huma's character. So rain is going on. She's sitting inside a car and she has done something and just enjoying the hell out of it. Now the bottle which broke. So this was kind of, I was getting a sense in my head. Is some time travel involved? Yes, sorry. I know, coolie thing. Sorry, I take it back. But I was wondering, why, what if, because of fairy tale, right? What if there is a time angle of, Raya, thing went south with the ticket and everything, is destroyed and ended and all. And Raya's thinking, what if I had a second chance? Could I correct things? And this kind of a wish he makes, and suddenly he gets a chance to do it all over again, and he still is unable to do it. Kind of a Groundhog's Day, or that Hindi film. What was the name? Bar Bar Dekho. Kala Chashma song is there, right? Like that kind of a narrative where he gets to relive the same moment again and again, trying to do something else, so the outcome is different. Again, I think I'm making too much nonsense, but just a vibe idea I got because of the edit pattern here, right? Again, he's drinking a lot, losing his mind. Here we have a longer hair. He's getting older if you look closely. And again, we get similar shot of her doing it again. The clip I think she's playing with it. And again, we get a shot of the same giant wheel, and the fire is receding. Like, why would you put a shot like that? Like, it's like kind of a circle, right? Going back and forth of the same event, reliving it. Maybe it's a part of the hallucination. Maybe it's trying to relive the same moment again, and that's why we are seeing it like that. Bro, time travel seriously is not Varanasi, bro. I know, guys. The moment I said it, I know I'm wrong. I just kind of making stuff up. Will it be in chapters? That will be interesting, like Dhurandhar. No, yeah. Don't, because Dhurandhar did it. That's not the thing. Everyone should do it. Just to make scene interesting, since it has a lot of plot. No. I don't. It should not become a trend again, because it worked in Dhurandhar. Every film should have that. Yeah, I think there is a big star movies don't let the actors being vulnerable. I think that's the exact word, bro. Thank you so much, Piyush. I hope you meant vulnerable, because it's a different spelling here. I think we can have a mass movie where the hero can be badass and complex at the same time. Yes, that's exactly my words. Thank you for giving me my words. Here, him smoking, him drinking, he's losing it, and then he's coughing like a normal being who's like the downfall, man. I'm so excited for that. So there's a lot of casino stuff going on. Like, I think that's gonna part of the whole underworld and things, and that all of those moments. Again, the cars are weird. That's Yash. Again, her maniacal laugh, like she has done something and that's gonna happen soon, and she's so happy. The fall, to see the fall. Now here, is that blood in his hand? Is this blood on him? This is a Chinese. Okay, not to be stereotypical, but the aesthetics behind the fireworks is a Chinese place he goes to. The circus ticket is being clicked, and it's the kid who's doing it. Interesting. And matching it with the clip sound, right? And the circus box is being closed. Ticket circus show is shut down. We go to black, and then the radio noise comes in. This is the shot, I think, where he gets up and goes in the towel and the whole action scene happens. But they're intercutting it is another shot. Hello, daddy. This is the ticket, right? He is made on his head. So this is Vietnam, maybe? Is this the Vietnam War or something like that? Because it's the same timing, right? 60s, 70s. Very interesting dialogue, he gets. If you could just talk, why would the wars would take place? Again, very the look, right? Like here, I felt trailer is long. I definitely feel that here they could have. There was no need to show so many sequences of him going crazy, but I think they wanted to create this big, you know, contrast with his character. Two characters, and here he doesn't even look like Yash. First of all, how much weight did he lose? He looks so thin and agile, and they didn't try to make him muscular and give him the same beard kind of look. But I love that. Like the first look of ticket we got, just like you couldn't even see him properly. But here is just crazy, man. Just the whole he's gone crazy. He's unhinged character. Like Yash sells it so well. I can't believe it's Yash, man. That's how good this is. This is again a thing that promises me that I'm in for something. Like he's willing to transform that. He's totally change his look, give this unique performance in the same film. Like that tells you there's a lot, there's something in the film that is there for him to. That's why he's willing to do all of these things. uh I think Ticket is not the main villain. I would agree to that fact because there's something else that comes later. Trailer was amazing. Like it honestly makes me angry because if they had such a good dark theme and actual story, what did the marketing? By the way, huge fan. AK Nerdy, we will talk about that soon, very soon. I think reverse shots of symbolizes more like Raya's past Ticket catching up to him. Could be. What do you think about the UFC cutscene which is lost for Indian audiences? And what can we do now? Nothing. Only thing is we become part of censor board. Then only we can get to see those scenes. This scene, one of my favorite scenes from the film. Just look at him, blood. He's not able to like even hold the cigar really well. He's just exhausted, vulnerable. Like he's lost it. He doesn't know. He doesn't have energy anymore to take keep going. And to get that from the big main hero of the film or the main protagonist in a massy narrative, and I love it, man. Love it. Just you can tell just one frame, nothing is happening, right? What's going on with him. He's tired, he's exhausted, he's unable to even hold the cigar well. I don't think he's able to smoke it also. He's in a bathtub sitting. Just what a visual. That just tells you that he's over. It's over for him. Then it's time. I'm coming. I know a lot of people like these sequences are not working for them, and for me, it's love it. I don't remember when we saw these icy movements, like in war maybe, but again, it's okayish, not very dynamic like that. I think there will be Raya's brother. Could be. Let's see. Which Wanga directed this in his mold. Okay. In climax fight also, we see the face of Yash looks like he's so frustrated and he looks so helpless and horses goes over him. That's very interesting. Yep. Again, the downfall. Ready for chaos. Like this setting is itself is so unique for Indian cinema. We have never seen full-on action sequences happening in the ice, right? Again, we get this shot of this. I know people are pausing and saying they have done face replacement there, but again, in motion when you watch it, you'll not even notice that. Is that Raya? What have I done? Is this also Raya? Who's this guy? Suddenly, I don't know where. Maybe this is Raya with the acrobatics he's doing. Again, a full-on gang war or something or the other happening in the ice, like looks so cool. Such a unique visual. Again, this sequence is so cool, man. Like the horse is flying over him, he's trying to save himself. Again, just as I said, as someone also said in the chat, right? Like Aditya said, this is so interesting. This is so cool. I have never experienced this before, and it also looks good. It's not that looking so bad or not working well. Visually looks so appealing. So this line, there were theories that what if he's a bastard, but also what if he's like Raya is also like adopted, or he was left, he was a orphan or something like that. So even he's like, there's a big reveal that he's also a bastard, something like that. War Pathan ice sequence, yeah, but they look very plasticky, right? Like they're mostly in ice, like there's snow. It's not mostly snow. But those of them look very plastic, and just there are one or two characters going about it. It's not that dynamic. Here, like it's not Joker kind of a thing where he's not feeling, he's just having fun of just destroying him. Like Joker doesn't feel that pain and taken aback, but here he is getting like, look at his impact. Like Tigger is feeling that hands on his neck. This, my god, the blood, man, the weight, so good, so well done. Here I did feel maybe the lighting is little off, like why there's so much light coming on his face from this side. It could be much darker, but again, in motion you'll not, this is small things. See, we never saw her in a white costume like this, so I wonder if this is her practicing and crying moment. This scene. Okay, no. I think there's a scene again of that continuation of that scene. I'll again. I'm not, dude. In the eyes, there's a pigeons. I'm guessing flying like this. Okay, now you can tell these are all CG ones, but in motion, it looks so cool. Again, this old man Yash, old man Raya, with the white hair, like such a cool look, man. Like you don't see that. Like they're heroes who have grown older, but they want to play younger. Like no, play your age. That looks much more cooler. Just look at Jawan, Shahrukh, the older version is much more cooler. Stop doing those VFX on your face and everything. I wonder these pigeons are like a magic trick that Ticket does to kind of every choice is a prize. So, dude, I've not seen anything like this. Like a giant, what do you call it? Wheel or a fan or a turbine just crashes off from a plane and just rotates on the ice and is killing off people. Like, what a visual! What a thought! Right here again, it tells you that she's kind of also like the villain and wants to take down Raya, and like the evil look of Tara Sutaria's character. Here I think Raya, when he kills her family or something and she's just losing it. I think Ticket has the access to circus and have all these animals, horses, birds. It'll be interesting. Imagine animals listen to Ticket. I don't think so. Even I was thinking, but in Goa there is no ice. So if the circus was in ice, I think it's a location in ice area, a snow area, where he sets up another similar looking circus to invites him there and kind of plays a psychological game over him. Propeller, okay, that's the right term. Thank you. The old rugged look of Yashin's soul looks nice. Yep, that's true. This look. He's crying, like looking at the sky. He's like, crying. Like if it's an unhinged villain, just imagine that the Joker from the Dark Knight. He's unhinged character, and we get so many characters who don't care about anything. Even they die, who cares, But here you're getting emotion from a character like him, who's so unhinged and doesn't care about anyone, but he's getting emotional. There's more to his character than just being this evil, no, I'm running out of adjectives. But this unhinged man also has this emotion. There's this human side to it. This again an image from the trailer which gave me confidence that there's lots more to the film. Then we have again this character just like characters crying in pain. That to a main hero, you don't get to see that. Like it cannot be that he injured his toe, that's why he's crying like this. There has to be some narrative weight to this moment where something like crazy has happened in his life that he's just lost and he's crying like out like that. A macho man. His image has been that, and him doing that, I love it. And here we don't see the kid anymore, so I wonder what happened. I think this is where Nadia dies, and that's why he's like losing it. Again, a cool shot from in a snow area from top angle under the trees. Something similar we saw in Triple R also. Looks really cool. This is, I think, the giving birth sequence. And I saw a lot of people saying everyone's shouting in the trailer. Are? Again, top angle, cool shot, people running towards him. I know these are CG, you can easily tell. These are all CG characters, but again, in motion, when it happens in the film, you'll not even notice it. The plane crashing, Raya still got it. This scene in motion looks. I know this right now, it's not looking that great, but in motion, this scene looked amazing in the theater. I just want to see in motion again. Huma will outshine other ladies. Okay. What if the jungle during ticket introduction is same here covered in snow? I don't know. I don't think so. I think at the end they will announce part 2 with a teaser and release date before months of Ramayana part 2. Ramayana will do marketing for Toxic part 2. Interesting. Let's see. You think Yash as an actor will be noticed not just as a mass hero? I hope so. I feel like there's actually so much of Rocky Bhai, Yash does so well. I think people say, oh, he just stands and, he's aura farming. That's it. There's no acting. You need acting skills to do that. I think there's a lot of acting in KGF movies. People don't give him credit for. So I think here he's going to show his true talent. From Nepal, very excited for Toxic. Okay. But, I think for Dhurandhar also, they didn't officially announce it. It was, outside rumors and leaks, and everyone was saying that there's going to be part 2. But if Toxic was going to do that, I think by now there'll be some rumors or the other would have come out. I feel like still taking out. Oh, I wanted to see it in motion, right? Just the dynamicity of all this action going on, and then we get a close up of the camera going close to him and he's shouting, trying to fight. That's such a cool. The avalanche then. This is again such a cool shot from the down. Again, I think this is going to be part of the trippy sequence of him hallucinating or, a dream sequence. Just it coming from down and the lights are flickering. So cool. And the dust goes up. This got a loud cheer in the theater. Again, getting back to the dialogue of the kid saying, I'm sorry, daddy, I'm sorry. And then we see what he's actually doing to his father later, in the future. I wonder what this plane sequence is all about, Still, there are more people coming towards him. Like, it's one final battle. Like, I think it's like he has turned the whole world against him. He's all alone. He's making him pay for all the things he has done. Toxic. Or fairy tale for grown-ups. Now, a lot of people are even like, what is this stupid jumping? It's cool, man. It's fun. He's like kind of, you get this shot because of that. They've done a good work, man, with cloning effect. And I'm sure they would have shot this like months, apart, because his big, muscular body look with the hair and everything, and then he has to come back again as Ticket with cut down all the hair and do the scene again. Crazy. Intoxicating the world. All right, so that was the trailer breakdown, guys. I hope you had a lot of fun. If you did, 100 people watching. Wow. 66 likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Can we get 3 more likes? That will be something. But that was the breakdown. I hope you had a good time. If you notice very first shot of ice after tickets, I am coming dialogue, you will notice a circus. Yes, I noticed that. I did notice that. That's why I'm saying it's maybe it's a setup that is put, again, and it's like a game he's playing with the Raya. He calls him there. I think Ticket attacks his base and his house and everything, and then finally he's like, I have to face him, and he says, come to that location," and he goes there. It cannot be Goa. This is not Goa, guys. Goa doesn't have ice, first snow and all. They don't have such trees here. It's like a very like a region where it's like a mountain range. So it cannot be Goa. Or maybe what if everything is happening in his mind? He's in coma. That could be one twist. I've never मैंने इससे अच्छा एनालिसिस नहीं देखा पूरे यूट्यूब पे. सो नाइस सर, थैंक यू, मजा आ गया. अरे थैंक यू सो मच यार लक्ष्य, थैंक यू सो मच. सिर्फ लायन गेट सर ऑफ लायन गेट इज इन एसोसिएशन वाई प्राइम स्टूडियोज आर मार्केटिंग इज इन यूएसए. Lionsgate could be the distributor and Prime Studios are marketing. They are the marketing agency, maybe. That's why. I don't know. If you notice very first, okay, I did that. Trailer is good. Still, some people are trolling. Yes, now I think they are jobless only. Jealous only, sorry. Retracted, Sanket. I think Ticket will be like Joker, who will try to agonize old Raya to get back for the pain Ticket went through, only to reveal Ticket want affection and confusion on finding Raya's already guilty. Okay. He toxic trailer hate you. है? What? भाई नो स्मोकिंग का एक्सप्लेन कर दो. कोमा वाली बात आ ही गई है तो हैं? Brother, please explain about smoking. I already reached coma point. Hi? What? What are you talking about? What smoking? This moment, one of my favorite moments. Yes, hallucination होगा. बहुत सारे सीन्स में यश का और शायद ट्रेलर के ओपनिंग शॉट्स उसका टिकट के साथ hallucination ही होगा. Oh my god, dude, that would be amazing. What if I love these moments where, by the way, like when you in Sultan, right? Remember where he's in the climax, he's fighting, he stands up, and then he doesn't look the villain. He looks at himself from his past. Like these are the moments which are cinematic, these are epic. Like it's not about the guy he's beating, it's about him fighting his inner struggle, inner battle. And I wonder what if this whole sequence, this rain sequence, is actually just him reimagining what's going on with him Ticket in the future as him as a kid and looking at him like this. His injuries actually of old Raya and all. That'd be so cool, man, that we cut back to this moment. Like I love these things here. It's like going back, it's like, I wonder if I don't know how many of you saw. I wonder, like in the climax when both friends are fighting, I wonder if their younger version, like, their camera swap and our younger versions are standing against each other. To kind of recreate that moment, of the past. If you're building up that, world of father versus son, that'd be so cool. Thank you, man. That was a good comment. That Joker costume action. That Joker costume action scene looks very good in Raya shooting with shotgun. Yep. I'm obsessed with Toxic trailers starring English music. It should be a full music song. I remembered movie No Smoking movie yaad aa gayi. Acha. Okay. I think Ticket will destroy everything and kill Ganga in front of Yash. Okay, Ticket. Okay. And Yash or Raya will remind the words of Ticket when he was young. Interesting. Your day one prediction and rate the trailer out of 10. Day one prediction, I hope it's a good movie, and rate out of 10 trailer, I would say 8 out of 10. Quite similar to Ramayana, I think, what I said in my video. Check it out on the Nona Prince Filmy channel. I made a video about Ramayana, all the criticism it's getting. What do you think about the English release? Let's see, I hope it does well. If the story is good, it's well made. It has all the stuff, that a film, entertaining film would have, and people would like to watch. And if they have done an English version, people out there, they enjoy it, and the word of mouth is strong and it travels, that would be great, right? Any Indian film that does well abroad, it's good platform for the films to come. That's a great thing that happens. And I'm happy that in a Ramayan, when Ramayan is coming, when Varanasi is coming, we are actually building a platform towards it. What do you think about? Okay, Raya is Sudeep and Ticket is Zika. Nice one, Vaibhav. Day one, 550 crore worldwide. Okay. Movie is not even out, but people are hating unnecessarily. After release, we can discuss. Yep. I love symbolic hallucination if done correctly when it reveals the character's trauma and fractured psyche. Yep. Piyush. Totally, yaar. Piyush. We'll be good friends, yaar. High chance to be like Mahan. I know, like, a lot of people are saying it's Mahan, but Mahan was, you can say, father son thing, but it's a very different story, and the way it is told and all of that, it's totally different stuff. Ramayana gonna release worldwide 2 days prior India release. Thoughts? I don't know, man. I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe because they think that in India, like, how much criticism it's getting, there could be a negative start if they release the same day, and that could affect other markets. And anyways, if it, I'm sure it will gonna build up the money and the people will come to watch this film. But that narrative, that is, they are seeing every time they put out something, there's so much negativity around it. So maybe that's the thing, or maybe it's just a thing that in US market and India, before Diwali, they say people are very busy with the festivals and all. That's why on the Diwali day they are maybe it could be that thing, that it will affect the business in the initial days. It could be any number of things, but I would say you should like release at the same time. I think that's safest bet. But they are not doing anything safe. They are doing it very, all the risky stuff. So maybe it makes sense. Paji, just tell me, they showed English trailer? No, they didn't show English trailer. Don't worry. I think if they had shown English trailer, the news would have been out by now that they showed. It's not a very well kept secret that only people at the event saw it. No, don't worry. They didn't show it. But looking at the poll, 69% says loved it, and let's end the poll there. Great number to end at. 76 like. Thank you guys so much for joining for the stream. I hope you enjoyed this. We did this for a Ramayana trailer also. Have a look at it on the channel. We did check out the theater reaction of Toxic trailer. That was also fun, and I hope you enjoy the other videos coming your way. Subscribe to the channel, hype the video. We'll try to do more such stuff. If you enjoy, okay, all the people in the chat, let me know if you enjoy the live streams. Say yes in the chat, and we will do more such, try to do more of these. Do you think Yash Raya role in Toxic will hype Ravan character? Could be. I think Ravan itself is such a great character that you don't need any hype for it. 2 hours 54 minutes का रन टाइम हो सकता है ब्रो, जस्ट रूमर्स. ज़्यादा ही हो भाई, 3 घंटा हो. आई डोंट माइंड. अरे थैंक यू पीयूष. Lakshya says yes. Ashish says yes. Only 2 people want live stream. No one else wants. In KGF 2 interviews, she has said every scene which I do has a very strong reason, and Neil said it's very bad to convince Yash to do some scenes which he finds unconviction. Trust him that Toxic is much more. Yeah, I trust this man. Yeah, what I've seen his interviews, his intention about doing something. See, if he just wanted to do a big commercial film, right, I'm sure he would have had 10-15 scripts ready for him. Same KGF style stuff he could have done 3 times by now. And those films also would have made money. After what Prabhas went through, I think he would have also done that. But he chose, he took his time to choose the project. Then he chose a project with a director who has such a different, filmography. They came together to create something different. And after watching the trailer, maybe teasers, it was not, doubtful. But after watching the trailer, I'm sure that they have done something different. It's just about how it all comes together at the end. 311 होगा है 311 the trailer. 311 क्या होगा 311 पे? Okay. Would there be fictitious and wacky elements in Toxic for a fairy tale? I wonder. I wonder why they are calling it a fairy tale. Yes, live reaction on reviews. Okay. The worst and cringiest trailer I've ever seen. Okay, that's your perspective and opinion. I respect that. Yes, more live. Thank you. Sandeep Maheshwari has a big competition after listening to Yash speech. Okay. To be honest, I'm excited to watch Yash and Raya, bro, and Sis Bond. Nice. Bro, I think Kalmadi will be Raya's right hand and he will kill Nadia on the other order of Nayanthara when she sees him coming close to Nadia. Interesting theory. 311 run. अच्छा run. अरे भाई साहब. Sorry भाई, sorry. My bad. Jojo Sotano. Satoru. Is that an anime name? Sorry, my bad. 311 is not trailer. My god. Sorry guys, my bad. My bad. Sorry. It's late in the night. Excited to see ticket more than Raya. Cool. Yash on Aapki Adalat on Saturday night. Interesting. Sir, decoding किया है आप? I am all late to stream. यार नोवा फ्रॉस्ट आप बताओ यार, मैंने तो ट्राई किया. कि आप पीछे जाके देख लो स्ट्रीम फिर से, अगर अच्छी लगे तो बताना कमेंट्स में. विल लुक फॉरवर्ड टू इट. आपको क्या लगा, अच्छा लगा, नहीं लगा? थोड़ा मतलब डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि मैंने थ्योरीज बनाई हैं और बताया कि प्लॉट में क्या होगा. मैं उसमें नहीं घुसा ज़्यादा. मैं थीमेटिक वैल्यू और जो सीन्स कैसे लग रहे हैं, क्या लग रहा है, इन चीज़ों पे ज़्यादा बात की है. तो हाँ यार, मूवी बहुत जल्दी आने वाली है. इट्स जस्ट व्हाट 16 days to go, 14 days to go. 2 हफ्ते बस और. तो डोंट वांट टू पुश टू मच माइंड एंड ट्राइंग टू डिकोड एवरी सीन. सर मैंने आपकी पगड़ी देखी थी बस में, वाइट कलर की बस थी, आपने भी वाइट ब्लैक कलर की पगड़ी ही पहनी थी. कब की बात है भाई? है सीबीएसई से कोई एक्शन सीन्स कट नहीं होने चाहिए. हो चुके भाई. People who are trolling Yash beardless look didn't see his regional movies, how good he looks. I am so happy with this look, man. Watching Vishwanath and Sons, no shows yet, so let's see if shows are there. We'll check it out. Whenever people talk in English in the middle of conversation in Indian movies, I cringe a lot and it's disgusting for me. Okay. I don't know यार, I'm doing the same thing here, right? मैं भी अचानक से हिंदी इंग्लिश स्विच कर रहा हूँ. And it's very natural, right, for us to do that, but just that we are not used to it in movies, and sometimes it's done very organically. You don't even mind it. Only Kannada audience can relate with Yash without beard. Trailer launch event पे ये ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट तो नहीं पहना था मैंने, ब्लू एंड व्हाइट पहना था भाई. योगी भाई ने बोला था कि इंग्लिश ट्रेलर दिखाया था इवेंट में. नहीं यार, हम एक ही इवेंट पे थे दोनों, मेरे आगे ही बैठे थे वो, बट जितना मुझे याद है आई डोंट थिंक सो दिखाया उन्होंने. सीबीएफसी ने कितना काटा है? पीपल आर सेइंग 4 मिनट, अब पता नहीं कितना काटा है, नहीं काटा. आई वॉच्ड शान टॉक्सिक ब्रेकडाउन वीडियो, इट वाज नॉन स्टॉप सीमलेस हेट. मैन व्हाई सो मच हेट, जस्ट एंजॉय मूवीज एंड एक्सपेरिमेंट. यार यू हैव टू आस्क हिम यार, हाउ कैन आई आंसर दैट? आई वर रॉन्ग. शान एक नंबर फालतू. अच्छा, what if ticket grows in Thailand, therefore he's inspired like that? I was thinking Vietnam, but okay, that's also possible. भाई लोग कूल बनने के लिए टॉक्सिक को चपरी मूवी बोल देते हैं, उस पर क्या कहना है आपका? मैं इस पर बोल चुका हूँ. आई हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस इन द स्ट्रीम. आई डोंट एग्री, शुड नॉट हैपन. पूरा आंसर चाहिए तो आपको पीछे जाना पड़ेगा. So that's it guys, I hope you had a lot of fun in this stream. We broke down the Toxic trailer. Very excited for the film. If some interviews and all come, we will definitely react to it. What I've been told is they're not doing interviews, they're gonna do interviews after the release. फिंगर्स क्रॉस्ड भाई को चांस मिल जाए तो. How was Ronald's interaction with Hindi creators? Did he manage to talk? Are he's guys. Wait, let me just send this to him. Ronak, what is happening? Ronak, what is this? I'm on a live stream and this is the comment I'm getting. Where is this? How was Ronak's interaction with Hindi creators? Did he manage to talk in Hindi? Bro, come on, you have to like people don't know you can talk in Hindi. What is this? Why am I looking there and saying it? All right. Yes, I'm on a live stream and this is the. I send it. Let's see if he responds. If he responds, what has happened to my English? I love rain shots. This nice. This film doesn't look like typical mass film. I agree. By animal nude scene was cinematic. Change in Indian cinema and toxic is chapri. Look, people are saying that or you are saying that? Do you think ticket character will be remembered just like Rolex? यार रुक जाओ यार अभी रोलेक्स का यार 5 मिनट का सीन था अभी से कंपैरिजन कैसे राउंड टेबल पे अनुभव चोपड़ा इज कमिंग लेट्स सी व्हाटएवर बिकम्स लाइक मतलब टॉक्सिक की कास्ट देख के तो राउंड टेबल ही बनता है इंडिया में कुछ भी पॉपुलर होता है वो छपरी बन जाता है दैट्स ट्रू कितने भी हेट करो वी विल वॉच भाई प्रिडिक्ट द लाइफ टाइम कलेक्शन ऑफ टॉक्सिक प्लीज रिप्लाई भाई क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार वॉट डज इट मैटर 1,000 करोड़ 2,000 करोड़ 10,000 करोड़ मतलब हमारे पल्ले तो नहीं आना ना कुछ आई वॉन्ट इट टू बी गुड फिल्म कि मैं फिर से जाके देखूं मूवी दैट्स व्हाट आई वॉन्ट आई डोंट केयर अबाउट द नंबर अगर अच्छी होगी लोग देखने जाएंगे तो पैसा कमा लेगी मूवी फॉलोइंग यू सिंस द दिया रिव्यू थैंक्स अरे लॉन्ग टाइम यार दैट्स वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम संदीप थैंक यू सो मच यश विल बी इन ट्रिपल रोल लेट्स सी सर डिड यू नोटिस दोज रेनी शॉट्स आर सो अमेजिंग व्हेन ही इज क्राइंग एंड शाउटिंग यस इट लुक्ड सो कूल should I go to them? This scene, right? Yeah, looks really cool. So talking English in middle of conversation is cringe, then Karthik bro. Okay. People are saying like that, some big reviews, okay? Bhai love from Karnataka watching from 2024. Arey, thank you so much, yeah, Preetham. 1,000 crore toxic confirm. अरे आप तो फ्यूचरिस्टिक बंदे हो यार एवरीथिंग एल्स मेरी शादी कब होगी बता दो यार एवरीथिंग एल्स इज ओके बट यस सेड इट विल ब्रेक योर मेंटली वंस द मूवी इज ओवर दैट्स व्हाट आई एम वेटिंग फॉर ओके ऑलराइट yes sir exactly amazing shots I love the rain scenes in toxic teaser yep I am also Kannadiga great alright guys let's wrap it up it's almost midnight brother Yash has come to your court भाई यश आपकी अदालत में अच्छा द इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ दिस इज भाई यश आपकी अदालत में गया है ब्रदर यश हैज कम टू योर कोर्ट वॉच इदयमा मुरली फॉर फाफा's university entry oh I saw that on reels I saw that scene on reels I've seen it service should be done in the golden temple गोल्डन टेम्पल में सेवा 2 हो जाएगी अच्छा शादी की बात हो रही है ओके दैट एनिमल क्रिएटेड अ रेवोल्यूशन फॉर ए रेटेड सिनेमा दैट्स ट्रू दैट्स डेफिनेटली देयर ओके बाय बाजी आप नींद में हो बाय बाय 3:11 ब्रो आपकी अदालत ये एपिसोड कभी रिएक्ट नहीं यार वो कॉपीराइट मार देंगे यार कॉपीराइट मार देंगे वो लोग मुश्किल है रिएक्ट करना उस पर देखेंगे अगर आया तो देखेंगे चलो यार दैट्स इट लेट्स रैप इट अप आई थिंक स्ट्रीम डेड हो गई थी सॉरी हाँ मैं कह रहा था देखेंगे नो गाइस रौनक हैजंट रिप्लाइड nope maybe on Instagram I'll share if he replies I've seen story song आपने रिएक्शन किया था तब से फॉलो करता हूँ आपको, मे बी 4 years. थैंक यू सो मच यार. I don't know if anybody else noticed Tabhai song was so emotional. It conveyed emotion. So, bhai Tabhai song, bhai. So one thing that happened at the event was in the theater they were keep playing Tabhai Tabhai. Every version they played. In the hotel Tabhai Tabhai Tabhai. We were fed up of Tabhai. We were like, अरे बंद कर दो यार, बस करो, हम गाना नफरत हो गई गाने से. इतनी बात तबाही तबाही. And the moment I think it was around 12, they closed the music and all, and we still felt Tabhai is playing, and suddenly we realized, oh, it's not playing anymore. But yeah, they played it so many times. Uh, Sir, what do you think about Geetu Mohandas considered a big massive film? Let's see, yeah. Hope she can. Sandeep Vanga adding scenes after watching Toxic and Triptin is in tension. Okay. Good night, the sleep. Okay. Tabai, Tabai. All right, guys. Good night. Thank you. Madhosh is better than Tabai. Ha, Madhosh also they played between, but mostly Tabai, Tabai, Tabai was going on. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Everyone who joined the stream. 81 likes ho gaya yaar. Kya baat. Thank you so much. I'll not ask for more. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye bye. See you next time. And let me know your thoughts in the comments later. Toxic Welcome tomorrow. Okay. Good night.